Welcome, sophisticated, soulful Sagittarius. It is Sachi, and we are going to do some shamanic shifting where we look at your current energy, look at what your manifestation goal is, and then we look into how to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal. That is what everyone voted for this month. So just a reminder that in my IG stories is where we vote for what's going on. A couple announcements, Sag. The first one being, congratulations, you guys are number 4. Just a couple votes away from being 1 or 2. Just a reminder that the top 2 videos with the most likes get a bonus reading later in the month. And whoever comes in first also gets the extendeds for free. So just a little reminder on that. Second announcement, my books are reopened. I'm almost fully out of stock with things. So if you are interested, now would be the time to book because I am likely going to have to close my books up pretty soon. Another announcement is that, Instagram said that now you can post videos up to, I think it's 60 minutes online, but I'm having issues with uploading. So all of my readings are just going to be on YouTube until further notice. So just letting you know. Let's see, was there anything else? I don't think so. Let's get started, Sag. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Hermit, 2 of Pentacles, and the Star. So basically, this is telling me with the 7 of Pentacles that you are doing quite well when it comes to your physical reality. I was getting that you are making good money, or basically it's like the seeds that you sowed a while ago, you're finally reaping those fruits. So I feel like a lot of things that you've done in the past, you're finally getting the benefits of them. One of them I actually do feel is some sort of monetary thing. And some of it can actually be, those of you who are gardening, it seems like you are very bountiful at this time. We do have the 5 of Cups, and when this came out, I heard grief. So it does look like you're still sort of mourning over something. There is some sort of emotional issue that is bringing you sadness and despair, maybe making you, want to drink 5 cups of wine or something like that. Definitely not the best emotional energy, but you're going into hermit mode. So it does look like you are sort of isolating because of this situation and going within to try to figure out what it is. The hermit is all about going on the journey, inside oneself in order to find enlightenment, in order to find some sort of answer to one's ailments, basically. So I feel like you are definitely taking a spiritual route, in regards to this. It's so nice to be able to say the word spiritual again. For those of you who know, Instagram has a lot of trigger words. That's another reason why I'm glad to be back, primarily focusing my energy on YouTube, because there are certain words that you just can't say on Instagram or you will be pushed down, shadow banned, as it were, in the algorithm. So it's just nice. That's another reason why I'm glad to be back as well, and why I was happy that Instagram said that you could now post videos up to 60 minutes. Because, I was doing 15-minute videos for a while and I always felt rushed. So it's good to make sure that I'm getting the messages out that want to come out without feeling the need to sort of hurry up. But anyway, I am going to try to keep them to 15-20 minutes. And then the extended, for those of you who are part of the Eagle or Phoenix plan on my website, you know that the extended are usually between 20 and 30, sometimes 40 minutes. But anyway, so I feel like you are definitely going on the spiritual route, definitely in tune in a lot of ways. And although there is this grief and sadness, this mourning energy, we do have the 2 of Pentacles with the Star that came out kind of as a reiteration of but you're balancing your physical reality. This can be your health, your wealth, your housing, anything in your physical reality, relationship with your body. With the Star here, it does look like you are very aligned when it comes to physicality. So that's always good to see. We have Machoke using Beat Down. This is a fighting type. So it looks like there is someone that you've been fighting with and you're getting stronger in regards to this situation. You're able to beat this situation down. But again, it is still fighting energy within the sacral chakra. Trainer is somebody else's energy, right? And Protection Cube in reverse. This can be someone that maybe you have difficulty protecting yourself from. This can also be someone who doesn't like using protection, okay? And, with Standler using Mystifying Horns and Seeking using Ripping Horns, horn energy I take as juxtaposition to halo. So this is not someone in an angelic frequency. This would be someone that you've connected with, again, that it's hard to protect yourself against. That is in more of a demonic frequency, if I can be honest. The mystifying horns, again, they may mystify you. A lot of it may be confusion-based connection. And with seeking using ripping horn, this is someone who is able to, you know, rip through your emotional body. With seeking, it looks like that is actually what they are seeking to do. This can also be like someone who could be King of Cups type energy, like a masculine that is very, and that doesn't mean a man, but someone with their masculine qualities that has a lot of control over their emotions, and expressing their emotions is the way that they rip into your emotional body. So, woo, Sag, that was quite the intro. So like I said, what we are going to do is take a look into what's going on in your current energy, look at what your manifestation goal is, and then look into how to take your current energy and transmute it into your manifestation goal. So I hope you all are well and that you're enjoying the last bit of summer. We are still in true sidereal Leo season, which obviously for all fire signs is going to be a great time. All right, well, for everybody, it's pretty much a great time. Leo's arguably the best time of the year, I would say. All right, so let's see here, Sag, what is going on? Well, except for Sag season, right? That's the real party. All right, Sag, let's see what's going on in your current energy. Ooh, I saw that Three of Swords. And Three of Swords, you know, of course, is the heartbreak. I forgot to mention also in the, before I began the cleansing ceremony, but it definitely made itself known, was the Devil in reverse. And if I'm not mistaken, the Devil in reverse came out in all 3 readings that I did prior to yours, if not definitely 2 of them. And I feel like that is really going on in the collective, that a lot of people are releasing these demonic ties, these toxic attachments to anything. And a lot of it seems free will based. So Devil in reverse, you know, really indicates that, you know, people are understanding their free will. They know that they're not attached to anything unless they consent to it, if that makes sense. So the fact that I'm, you know, remembering that, and that I saw the Three of Swords, which might have been reversed, it feels like you're coming out of something very painful, and a lot of it has to do with you recognizing what your free will really is. With the Six of Pentacles coming out in reverse, it looks like you're no longer taking breadcrumbs is what I'm feeling here. Let's get some more. Like, there was definitely an inequality. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. There was definitely an inequality when it came to what you were receiving versus what you were giving. Like, the Six of Pentacles really points to an overall imbalance. Yes, she's being very charitable, right? But it's like, okay, she's giving 1 coin. And with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's basically saying, like, 1 coin is not enough. You know what I mean? It's like, here she is giving to these people who are in raggedy clothes, who may be homeless or whatever, but the systematic failure still remains. You know what I mean? So when it's in reverse, it feels like you're not doing a band-aid fix on anything in your reality anymore. And again, I feel like part of this is not accepting breadcrumbs anymore. And with Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like with everything in your physical reality, and that could include, you know, monetary things as well as a physical relationship. I do want to mention, you know, look, when the pentacle comes out in reverse, it turns into, you know, the pentagram. So again, this gives me very much devil energy here. So it does look like you are releasing that. Let's see, what's the light energy here? Woo. All right, yeah, we have 2 fairy types, and they're coming out stuck. And fairy type energy represents soulmate relationships, soul contracts, right? You do this, I do that. It's how we learn certain types of lessons, is through these soul contracts. You know, friends, lovers, pets, you know, family members. These are all different types of soul contracts. So this is telling me that you've had a devil soul contract, one that made you feel, you know, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, like you weren't worth it, like you weren't physically worth it. Someone who made you feel like you weren't worth that amount of money, or weren't worth that type of investment, physical investment, you know, putting a ring on it or something like that, gifting you a house, things you know you deserve, Sag. So with Snubble here using ruckus, you know, it looks like someone really caused a ruckus here. And I feel like this could have been a romantic relationship. Snubble is a dog Pokemon, and dog spirit represents loyalty. So it feels like you had this sense of loyalty to this person. You know, you felt that that was part of the soul contract, is like feeling loyal to this person, even though all they did was really cause a ruckus. Like, look, they broke that vase with the flowers in it. And flowers for me indicates like love and, you know, that kind of stuff. And then they hide from their mistakes when they cause a ruckus. It says small Pokemon flee from its scary face. It is, however, considered by women to be cute. So that gives me a soul contract of like someone who's scary, who does like not good things, but it's like, oh, but he's cute. Again, it's kind of that devil energy of like, oh, but I love when the demon comes out, you know, that kind of thing. So I definitely feel like you learned a lot about demonic frequencies through whatever this connection, this soul contract that you had. We had Clefable using Follow Me and Moonblast, and this is holographic, meaning that it's, you know, putting an emphasis on this card. Clefable is a moon worshipping Pokemon that can only evolve from Clefairy, if you see here, into Clefable on a full moon, which is about releasing. Right? Full moons are all about releasing energy. So it seems like you have gone through an evolution by, you know, understanding that the only way to evolve is to release, right? Is to release this energy. We did just have the Sagittarius full moon, and now we're moving into the Aquarius full moon on, you know, the true sidereal timeline, obviously looking at the real sky. And so it looks like part of the soul contract is that this person was like, hey, follow me, you know, follow me down this path. Right? And all it did was moon blast you. And moon energy is emotional energy, right? And the moon card in tarot represents, you know, finding the light within the shadow, basically. A lot of secrets. It's usually about a lot of dark, you know, hidden energy. And I have this one deck where the moon is like the journey to the center of the earth. So again, it's more of a descension down rather than actually an ascension to space. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here, is that this person really brought you down into the depths of HE double hockey sticks. And that was part of the emotional lessons that you learned. You learned a lot of despair. You know, it's that Five of Cups energy. You learned emotional versatility through demonic trickery is what I'm feeling. It says, its hearing is so acute, it can hear a pin drop over half a mile away. It lives in quiet mountains. So again, that hermit mode energy, right? I feel like you are in hermit mode now. You know the only way to evolve is through, again, that full moon energy, through releasing. And so now you're in hermit mode from this situation, which again is that withdraw. Okay, here we go. The shadow. Oh, Sag. We have Gibble using Never Enough. So part of this fighting energy that's in your sacral chakra, which again, the sacral chakra is where you emotionally and sensually connect to others, is never enough. Again, this person made this soul contract, right, that was playing out through this person, made you feel like you were never enough. And again, that's where the breadcrumbing came. That's where, you know, not feeling you are worthy of a life of luxury, of abundance, right? And you own and represent that access to the vibration of abundance, Sag. You know, you're meant to embody that. So this person really brought you down, 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 down. And so, yeah, there is this energy of not feeling enough, and it is in the shadow. So it looks like this is the shadow work that you're working on, is, you know, never feeling enough. It says it nests in small horizontal holes in cave walls. It pounces to catch prey that stray too close. So anytime it talks about like being in a cave, it gives me very hermit energy. Again, this withdrawal. So I definitely feel like you're really in a lot of that, you know, hermit type energy. It is talking about pouncing on prey. So I do feel like it's kind of like not letting anyone really get too close to you as you're healing this energy. We have Golbat using Bite. So this is psychic type, so it has to do within your third eye. So some of you may be emotionally eating, I'm getting, but more so Golbat is a vampiric Pokemon, and with Bite, it looks like you were bitten by someone with vampiric energy, basically a reptilian type frequency that likes to feed off of others. And of course, you know, demonic soul contracts and stuff, anyone who's working on those horns, right? Anyone who's functioning on those sort of demonic frequencies is going to make you feel like you're never enough. And then they siphon that energy from you of the lowest vibrational energy, right? Grief, sadness, fear, distrust, you know, all those things. So it looks like you did deal with a vampiric type. It says every once in a while, you'll see a Golbat that is missing some fangs. This happens when hunger drives it to try biting a steel type Pokemon. So it looks like whoever this is, you know, steel type I always represent as creating energetic boundaries. So it looks like you are focusing, you know, your energy right now on becoming that steel type. And again, part of that is sort of withdrawing. So that way, if any, you know, vampiric type energy were to try to feed off you again, well, they would simply break their fangs. They wouldn't be able to get this energy from you. All right, Sag, let's see what your goal is. So, you know, I just want to comment here, even though this definitely isn't the brightest energy, Sag, I feel there's so much like hope beyond this thing. It's like you're doing the necessary steps of that hermit energy. It's kind of like a dark night of the soul energy of, yeah, sorry, there was just like a bunch of noise outside. But yeah, it's like a dark night of the soul energy. And once you get out of this, it's going to be so bright. But I do feel like you are honoring the process, okay? All right, let's see what your goal is here. Okay, Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so Two of Swords, and again, I forget which one. I think it was in the cleansing ceremony, how a lot of the mystifying horns, how a lot of the energy was based on confusion, right? Sort of like a bamboozle energy. And that's what I'm getting here from the Two of Swords. Because Two of Swords for me is when there's a conversation that should happen between two people, but instead, you know, you have to finish the conversation in your own head and sort of finish the story. You're playing both sides in order to reach a conclusion so that you can move on. And that's what I feel like you want to do, is sort of like, okay, I need to do this work. Again, it's honoring the process, and it's like, you can't just move on from it, right? There are certain things that you have to do in order to fully release and evolve from this. You're totally aware, it's in the light. You know what this soul contract is, and you know you need to release it. But there's some like mental stuff. There's things that you need to hear and things that you need to say to yourself in order, Wheel of Fortune, to move on. So it looks like you're really ready for the Wheel of Fortune to move in your favor and to really get on from, you know, move on from this. And, you know, the Wheel of Fortune does represent it's the karmic wheel, right? You understand, it feels like, and accept what this is and what you learned. Again, there is something to be said about, you know, our free will and interacting with this sort of stuff. And it does bring us so much wisdom, which, Sag, you also embody wisdom. But to, you know, understand what this type of trickery is and what that soul contract is and how you don't have to engage in soul contracts like this. And I feel like, again, you are really focused on just really moving on. And I'm hearing like finding contentment with all the questions. It's part of it is things that you need to hear and information that you want to find, but it's also moving on, understanding like, I'm never going to get that closure. The closure is me finishing the story and writing the end in my head. Let's see, what's the light energy here? Going right to the Two of Swords, we have Meowth using exhausted tackle. Yeah, because you're aware that you will become completely exhausted if you're just going to keep running in search for all answers. It's like you're in this. Sorry about that, Sag. But anytime Archangel Gabriel talks, it means that it's a reiteration from the angels that I'm on the right path. And again, you know that, you know, this is going to exhaust you if you are constantly trying to find closure about something. So part of it, again, is understanding that the closure comes from you saying the end of story. You know, and not being caught in this chronic confusion, which is what a lot of these, you know, demonic, vampiric soul contracts entail. It definitely gives me snake spirit type energy here. It says, adores round objects. It wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for drop loose change. Yeah, so, you know, Meowth is the money cat. So it looks like part of what your goal is to keep your cake up, to keep getting that coin and know your worth. And of course your worth isn't determined by your finances, but it's like there are a lot of things that you want to do in life that cost money, you know, plain and freaking simple. And so again, it's releasing this notion that you're not enough for this life of luxury and abundance. And we have Trainer, Evolution, Incense in reverse, which is saying, you know, Trainer indicates the other person, right? You know that with this person you will not be able to evolve. you know the only way is to release this person. So again, it's more of an indication about the evolution. Let's see what's the shadow here. I saw fairy type and dark. Yeah, fairy type. Wow. Snubble again. Yeah, snubble using bite. You understand about the bite, right? Bite and snubble. So it's, again, it's sort of a reiteration of where you are. And it seems like your goal is just to again, move on from this because you're so knowledgeable about what this is, that you were loyal to someone who basically bit you. It's like, what do they say? Well, that's not the saying I was thinking, but I heard like a dog that bites is a dog that has been bitten or something like that. But snubble, again, dog spirit of being loyal to someone who just is constantly hurting you, right? If you had, you know, a pet, which of course Archangel Gabriel was here too. If you had a pet that was always biting you and, you know, you ended up in the emergency room because it's attacking you, it's like, why do you want a pet like that? You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with soul contracts with people. If you have someone who's constantly feeding off of you, abusing you, doing things like this, why do you want them when you can just leave them, right? It says, small Pokemon flee from its scary face. It is, however, considered by women to be cute. Yeah, again, so it's the same energy. I didn't know there were two in here. So there is that juxtaposition of what things look like versus what they are. And maybe on the outside, this person looks, you know, cute or whatever. But part of it also is recognizing, you know, or you may be attracted to that. It's like, oh, it looks scary, but oh, I think it's cute. So again, with the shadow, part of it is doing the shadow work of, why are you attracted to something like this, right? What happened to you in your past, in your childhood, you know, maybe even a past life or whatever that makes you attracted to someone who treats you that way, you know? So let's take a look in the black mirror for some help for some shadow work before we head into the extended. So like I said, what we're going to do is take a look into your current energy and then transmute it into your manifestation goal here. Wow, there's quite a bit here, Sag. Whew. All right. So we have fated to suffer in reverse. I'll just do the first one. Well, okay. All right. Fated to suffer in reverse. Again, so part of it is that you are not fated to suffer. Again, it's this never enough type energy. I'm never doing enough to make the money that I want or to have the relationship that I want. Again, it's accepting this breadcrumb type energy, which again, it feels like you're out of mentally, but physically, you know, it's like you're stepping into that energy, if that makes sense. So part of it is releasing the notion that you're fated to suffer. Colorless Angel, this card is actually linked to a different deck. So let's see what angel is part of this from the Angelarium. We have Gabriel, the angel of Herald. So again, like I said, my dog, whose name is Archangel Gabriel, you know, was affirming that these messages are divine messages. Gabriel, the angel of Herald, is the messenger of God, so brings divine messages to you. So, you know, it's more of a, you like, understand that these messages are divine. Coming out stuck, going right to the Golbat and Gibble, we have, Kushiel, the angel of punishment. So, again, it's a reiteration that this connection that you've had with someone who just tries to vampirically feed off you and make you feel like you're never enough, this is a soul contract of some type of punishment. And again, punishment is a demonic frequency. So, you know, understand where this is coming from and what this soul contract entails, which it feels like you already do, but just recognize that the angel of punishment is around you until you are able to fully release this. We have Perchance to Dream in reverse and Queen of My World in reverse. So these, I'm getting a very interesting message. The Perchance to Dream is the story of Hamlet, right? And he's like, you know, it's like everybody dies in that story, right? And so in reverse, it's like, I'm feeling this energy of, it feels again kind of scorpionic, like you're going to be going through a death and rebirth, but you don't have to actually die, you know? And there is this aspect of like family issues is what I'm getting, particularly with the father figure. And part of this can be this loyalty aspect. Perhaps you saw your mother be loyal to her abuser or something like that. And Queen of My World in reverse, it's because you never have seen it modeled you know, being treated like a queen. Like, you know, this is King Hamlet, right? And the queen both coming out in reverse. So you've never seen a healthy, functional relationship that you can model what you want out of a relationship, basically. And so, you know, just being attracted to what you know. So very interesting energy to head into the extended. Since we had Clefable, let's see what Mother Moon wants to say to head into the extended here. Confidence is your key to success in reverse. So new moon in Leo, which we just had, right, in true sidereal Leo season. So this is telling me that confidence is sort of the issue here. And part of it is this never enough energy of this, you know, soul contract of someone trying to punish you of something. Maybe you feel like you didn't do enough in this relationship and that's why it failed or whatever it may be. But it looks like focusing on your confidence, your ego, you know, having a healthy sense of self, healthy ego, and, you know, your solar plexus is going to be really important here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of electric cards in the extended, which we are going to head there now. If you would like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. It is available for Eagle and Phoenix members. If you're interested in signing up, plans start at $7.77. And yeah, you can do so on my website, but if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. And I am sending you so much love.